Well, hello there. This is your boy Tony Hill. Um, Thank you so much for tuning in to live stream show Ageless. Well, you see me, I'm in my other office in the back of my vehicle. Unfortunately, I'm on the road today, but as you know, the show must go on. Hey, before we get started on the show, we'd like for you to subscribe and share the show, comment on the show. We look forward to having you involved in the show today. Special thanks and shout out to Successfully Aging, Mike Green, TK Fit, Touche Fitness. And also, I want to give a special shout out to EOS Fitness for being such a great support for me and Touche on the show. Remember, Touche is tough, outrageously unique, challenging, highly motivated exercise. Forgive the glare and everything. I'm actually in my back seat, so I'm going to get a little closer. So if my face look bigger, please forgive me. Um, I also want to steer everyone to touchefitness.com where we have, if you want to give to the channel, please go to the channel and donate to help us further the show and the vision that we have for you and you getting healthy and we learning together, raw and uncut, straight from the Ageless Show. Again, just to give you a little recap on what we're going to do today, we're going to actually have Mike Green. Mike Green is going to give us some home fitness tips. And then we go to the guest of the show, which is none other than Angie E., the founder and creator of DKB. And she's accompanied by another special guest who was her inspiration, but I'll let her tell you that. So in the meantime, let's bring on my man, my brother from another mother, Mike Green, all the way from Sweden.
Hello, everybody.
What's up,
Hey,
my brother?
Tony.
How Hey, how you doing, my brother? You everything okay?
Oh man, I'm fantastic. I'm fired up. I'm so I feel privileged and honored to share with the audience
Yeah,
some simple exercises that they could do in their own homes, or
right.
when they travel, they could do in their own hotel rooms or wherever they
Mhm,
choose to stay at. Just something
mhm.
very simple but very effective.
And two, Mike, I just want to let the audience know that they're actually going to be able to work with you in the future. We're working on a program where Mike could actually either live stream or you can actually go to touchefitness.com and actually see his videos and stuff like that. And Mike has also a beautiful following in Sweden where he's at. He's been doing this for some time. So I just want to let you guys know also if you want Mike Green to come to the United States, he will be available for that, but you have to let us know so we can schedule him. But he will be here and we'll let you know on the up and coming dates. Okay. All right, Mike, what you got for us today?
Okay, well, what I have simply is some resistance bands. This one
Uh-huh.
particularly is for your ankles. Also have some other stretch bands here. And then I have the larger resistance bands. And you notice they don't have no handles. No handles.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you could get this in light, medium, and also heavy resistance. You could go to your Walmarts if you're in the States, even Target and some other sporting goods places to purchase these. And they're inexpensive. And these things you
Right.
can also take on the road with you. You could just put them up right on your carry-on. Very simple. Wrap them up. And then you could do an entirely unique but challenging exercise program while you're on the road and even when you're at home or when they're not with you, Tony, in Vegas
Yes.
at classes and everything.
Right.
Uh, so moving forward, this is what the classes, online classes, are going to be about. That they could, of course, go to Touche Fitness and see what that's all about as well. So
Right.
I want to say this before I give you a demonstration of these of working with these bands. If you're a pet owner, and Tony, you are,
Yes.
what's the first thing that your beautiful dog does when he wakes up?
He stretches.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Dogs, it doesn't make a difference. Even the birds with the wings, they start to
Right.
their
Right.
wings. This is because the animals is instinctive. They have no
Right.
other choice, right? And then they are trying to be a full-fledged animal,
Oh,
so for us it shouldn't be no difference. Like,
right.
we should be looking forward to being a full-fledged human being, getting the best
Oh,
out of ourselves every single day. So this is
wow.
the importance of when you get up in the morning to
Right.
stretch and also get that blood flowing so you could have the energy throughout the rest of your day, and of course complementing that with the foods that you put inside your body. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to give you a little demonstration. I'm in a small space today, and I chose this space to let you know that you don't need that much room. Okay,
Uh,
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a simple leg exercise for the calves and also the shin muscles, right? In which I'm going to show you how it's done. So I'm going to have to put the computer down on the ground so I could show you. You're not going to see my face now. You're just going to see how I actually put these bands on. So you put it on the ankle right here. Okay. Make sure it's nice and safe. And now watch me. I'm going to work the calves now as I walk forward. Okay, now you want to put your feet a little bit past shoulders width, get up on your tippy toes, and now you start to walk forward. Okay, now you
really?
calves
That's a good one there.
frontwards and backwards. And now you can even go sideways. Now watch my hand movement as I go. Okay. Now you can go here, step to the side, step to the side, step to the side. And you can even go backwards, angle, 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 and then you can also go forward. Act like you have a ball in your hand and scoop and scoop. Okay. And we have here, you could also do squats in which you could have them on your ankles, or you could bring them up, again, shoulders width apart, and do your nice squat. And of course, Tony would know this, going about parallel and back up. If you want to go to an advanced level, you could go down and one arm up, the other, and knee in. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. And repeat at least for 8 times. Okay, now I'm going to go to one of Tony's favorite exercises. And what I'm talking about is the good old fashioned plank. Okay. So the plank, you want to make sure the body is totally even. You don't want your butt up too high, but nice and even. And you can hold this for about 30 seconds to a minute if you're a beginner. Now, if you want to go advanced, you could go here. Start putting the arm up a little bit. Other side. Then you could go to the legs. And if you want to go super advanced, now you can start going down and then lift up. Down and lift up. Okay? So we have that plank with different angles and different varieties. But you can't forget, you have the side plank as well. So here, make sure your shoulders, hips, ankles are all in a perfect line. And then you go up. Okay? Now, if you need support, you can hold your hand here. This is beginner stage. If you want to go intermediate, go down and then you go up, down and up. If you want to go super advanced, down, up, and put the leg up. Okay? Now we have that. Now to open those shoulders up, here we go. Put both thumbs up, put the head down, and you start to simply lift your arms. First in this position, then make it like a letter Y, up and down. Then like the letter T, up and down. And then you could go all the way back here, shoulders. Okay, now for back, right hand, everything is flat, left hand is flat. Now use your right hand and your left leg, lift at the same time. Okay, do that for about 8 repetitions. Other side, same thing. Up, up, and then you can use both hands and both legs with both legs together, and you do some Supermans. Okay, then you can get on your knees. I'm going to do it sideways, where you could be here, leg out, left leg out, right arm out, and bring it in and straight out, in, straight out. Same as the other side. And you can keep repeating that. Now, remember, when it comes to your planks, it's like a full body workout, but you have to remember with your tummy, also your side muscles, your obliques, and then your lower back region, remember, they're all partners and they work together. You may find if your lower back is weak, then it may expose the other muscles, your obliques, and also your lower and upper abdominal muscles. So when you work them all, you must realize that they work as a team and they can all be stronger together. Okay, so now I'm going to get up. Okay, so let's say you're on your computer. You do a lot of work on your computer each day. Remember, it's good to stand up, take a break every 45 minutes or so, for some even 30, because sitting down too much can form blood clots in the legs, which could be quite dangerous. So if you're on the computer a lot, just remind yourself, set a timer to get up, stretch around a little bit. But this is for your shoulders and also your upper back. If you're having this little slouch when you're typing and you want to open that up, for the audience out there, just simply do this one here. And I want you to try it with me. Okay, both hands up. Here. Now try to bring your forearms together and come down slowly. Open it up. Together, touch the forearm slowly and down. Okay, one more time. Slowly down. And that right there, my friends, is going to open your entire back up. And all you need to do is about 8 repetitions of these. You could do it up to 3 times a day if you like, or as many as you like, as long as you can stand it. It's going to give your back more flexibility, open it up. And then, of course, when you're at the computer, you make sure the back is upright. Shoulders back, and sit up straight. They have stability balls, physio balls, in which I see many people around the world, they sit on them now because it helps you to keep your back straight and also protect your lower back. Okay? Now, for the strength band, especially this one right here, this is going to really help me to stretch. Okay. I see I only have like a couple of more minutes. 15 minutes go so fast. This is why I need to do these classes and everything like that. Okay. All right. So first, the hamstrings, they could get pretty tight. If your hamstrings are tight, then that's going to pull down on your gluteus maximus, which is also going to pull down on your lower back. So tight hamstrings can mean a very tight lower back. Okay. So this is one way to loosen up the hamstrings with a strength band. Okay. So you want to put the strength band on your foot at the bottom, Make sure it's in the middle so it doesn't like slip off. Okay. Let me move down a little bit so you guys can see me. And now you can just simply lift the band up, okay, where you can stretch out the hamstrings and hold it there for at least 30 to even 60 seconds until it gets loose. After that, you can slowly bring it to the side. So now you're working your groin muscles all the way down, okay? And back up and hold. And of course, you do the other leg. But if you want to get more advanced with the strength bands, in which I'm going to be showing you in the classes online moving forward, is that check this out, guys. If you want your glutes to blast, you don't need to do squats. You can just go here and push all the way out, squeeze the glute all the way in, out, squeeze the glute nice and tight, and back in. Okay. And that's going to strengthen your glutes for real. And one last thing before I go. You can even do back with the strength bands. This is how I do deadlifts with them. Yep. Go up and down. Nice deadlift. And up and down. Okay. Oh, yeah. One more thing. Moving forward, I'm going to be introducing you guys to the sliding disc, which is pretty powerful. A great way to work on your HIIT training, high intensity interval training, right? In which you can take your cardio to the next level. So basically, you're taking the disc. You can start your mountain climbers. Okay. You go in and out, working your muscles, and you can go to the side as well. So there's so many things to do with just a few pieces of equipment. Look, I'm sweating already.
You sweating, man? I'm sweating. What you talking about? I'm watching you. I'm sweating, bro. Jeez.
Yes.
Hey, Mike. And so it seemed like just in that little bit that you did right there is actually wow. That's total body right there.
Yeah, that's the total body, and even more. I just gave a glimpse, but it's literally hundreds of exercises, Tony.
Beautiful. Hey, audience. Hey, Mike, man, great job, man, as always, brother. Great job as always. Hey, you guys, Mike is actually going to be doing this weekly. I know we had a question. Will you be showing something weekly, maybe one exercise at a time?
Absolutely.
Stuff like that. You don't have to do a whole workout. But if you actually want to see him soon, he's working on a catalog of a lot of different wonderful things you can do with your body. So if you have any suggestions and anything for Mike, please don't be afraid to get on the show, comment, go to touche.exercise@gmail.com and give us your questions and everything, and we'll answer directly. And Mike will too. He's good at that. Mike is amazing, man. Thank you so much for today, Mike. And again, let me remind you, get Mike's teas, get the things that Mike sell, go to his website, and that's mikegreen.se. Successfully aging all the way from Sweden. Mike, you have anything you want to say to anybody before you leave, brother?
Hey, listen, as we're all human beings, and as we're moving forward, the thing is how can you be a full-fledged human being? And the one thing I can say is that stick with nature.
Yeah.
If nature didn't make it, don't take it.
Ooh, that's a t-shirt.
Yeah, do your exercises daily, because movement is also medicine. And you'll be fine, because the human body has been designed and has a mechanism that is designed to heal you. Sometimes it just needs a little assistance. Okay. So for all those out there, I have good news for you. You have these non-communicable diseases such as type 2 diabetes and also hypertension. You can find relief fast by exercising and watching more about what you put inside your system. Okay. So
All
thank you
right.
guys. Thank you, Tony.
All
And
right, my
thanks to
brother.
Space
Hey,
Fitness.
we're gonna see Mike next week. Mike, man, have a great day, and
You
kudos to
too.
you and your family. All right, brother.
Thank you, man. Take care.
All
Okay.
right. Now, check this out. Now we're getting ready for the star today, the special guest all the way from Florida. Without further ado, I don't even want to prolong this. You guys met her before, but today you're going to meet her on a different platform where she's going to be able to explain a little bit in depth of what DKB is, the origin of DKB, and her special guest. So we're looking forward to talking to Angie. So without further ado, the creator, the founder of DKB Dance Kickboxing, Angie E. Angie, what's going on, girl?
Hi, Tony. Good morning.
Good
Hey,
morning.
good morning. But who's that? Who's that handsome guy next to you right there?
This is Sensei Robert, my husband.
Ah,
Morning,
He's
Tony.
here with
oh,
us today.
hey, Robert, you must be doing something good. She introduced you Sensei.
I
Man,
am.
that's
I'm
like
listening to my wife.
hey, if you're not from the hood, that's like a secret code word, lover boy. No, that's not. That's just playing. Hey, Angie. So how's it in Florida today?
Oh, it's very sunny. For the most part, it's sunny and it rains. It's sunny, but today it's really a beautiful sunshine outside, and it's beautiful. It's nice and warm like always, and definitely the sun gives it that kick, to wake us up every morning.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. Hey, what I'd like to do today, and the audience, we've had since you was on the show last time talking about women's empowerment and things of that nature. What we want to get into, we actually are honored with having you on the show to launch a global transformation of the
Thank you.
world, fusing two concepts together, which is dance and kickboxing. I mean, I've been in the business for a long time, and I've not seen it as fluent as it is with you. And I haven't seen it as practical as what you teach as well, where all ages can actually get involved and do something. So, the thing that really got us is the fusion of how you fuse everything together. So, if you don't, well, I know you ain't gonna mind because I got you on the show and everybody's watching you right now. So, can you, audience? I want to tell you, I'm actually this is her moment, and I really want to. I'm honored to be a part of this great movement. So, Angie, let's start at the beginning for real. Okay, what makes DKB so uniquely different than any other fitness program?
Well, definitely the fusion of dance and cardio kickboxing moves together. As I mentioned on the show before, I started doing this when I was 16 years old.
Right, right,
And I did that aerobic certification at Bali Total Fitness. But at the
uh,
same time, I've done other certifications, like I remember Power Flex and cardio kickboxing as well, back when
right,
I was 17. So that's where
right,
everything started. Me being introduced to the jabs and the kicks. And I remember, teaching class back
right.
days. And then later on, I just started going and getting ideas. And
Uh-huh.
next thing, actually met my husband back in when
Uh-oh.
I was 24. I was 24. We were in chiropractic school, so we met. And what
Ah,
what actually got my attention is that he was a martial artist, and I was just like,
oh.
wow, this is very interesting, you know.
Now,
And
my
yeah,
question, uh does he have anything to do with your DKB?
yeah,
And you know what? And you know what I want to do though? Us guys, we don't get enough, spotlight, So, Sensei Robert, how can if I can, Angie, what gave you the vision to actually help her combine her professional dancing with martial arts? What really inspired you to do that? And how did you do that, Robert?
Well, my wife said earlier, I have a strong background of martial arts, going back to, I don't know, 6 7 years old where I started.
Yeah.
I was always inspired by Bruce Lee in the early stages,
Uh,
following and my father also, who was very strong man. He's no longer alive, but
right.
had an accident at 16, hugged a tree with a on a motorcycle, and was
Wow.
told he was never gonna walk again. He was never gonna be able to hold a child if he has. And he's
Uh-huh.
showing through rigid training, push-ups, and other things that he overcame that. He was so
Right.
powerful. And
Right.
obviously he had me, my other three brothers. So I watched that kind of strength, and I was always inspired by that. So I was more and more pulled into mixed martial arts and trying all kinds of different segments.
Oh wow, man. So when you met Angie and she was you knew she was a dancer. I
Yes.
mean, how Angie, how did you guys together literally fuse such an amazing exercise program? And this is a two-part question. How
Sure.
did you fuse it? And the question is all exercise the same? Which is this is the title of the show. Is all exercise the same? How did you fuse it? And is all exercise the same?
Well, DKB started in Texas when we moved from California to Texas.
Uh-huh.
And like I mentioned before, I wanted to do something different. Next thing I started doing this and that. And then I was like, oh my God, I need more moves. I need
Uh-huh.
to come up with something. So I would grab Robert and be like, show me how to do this. Like, what's the impact when you do this and that? So
It's like,
actually, a lot of the choreography are gonna see in
yeah.
DKB is really inspired by what Robert taught me.
Uh-huh.
Especially one that it's from a particular song that we do like a frontal elbow right into the sigmoid. You have the manubrium here. You have your sigmoid, and then I said, I like this move. What is that? And then he'd be like, okay, well, you need to push right on the sigmoid with your elbow, and
Yeah.
then to finish that person off, you bring it right back, and then you destroy that nasal cavity out. And I was like, okay, it's on. So we put it right on the choreo, and you know what? It works perfectly. It match. It just blend in with the choreography. The women and everybody and men that do that choreography, they get inspired from within. The more repetitive work you do, it
Correct. Yeah.
becomes you become an autopilot. Pretty much it just
Yeah.
becomes part of you.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's what I explain to all my in classes. I tell everybody, do this repetitiously, like do it over and over until it becomes part of you, because just in case, God forbid, you are in a dangerous situation, it will just come out of you. You will just react to it without even thinking about it. And it has
Right.
happened to many of my instructors. They would just react to it, and they were able to save their
So
lives. Or
so with DKB, okay, this is go to the second question. Now, is all exercise the same? Because there's kickboxing, there's so many different styles out there. In your opinion, do you think it's the same? And if not, what makes it different?
I don't think it's the same. I definitely, the intensity of DKB is definitely different. The DKB goes really very deep. It's not a superficial. It's not just
Yeah.
throwing punches and throwing kicks. It actually
Right.
goes very deep into the soul of the person, the heart of the person, to the point that when I do have classes, I have experienced many of my students, they would cry after class. They will
Wow.
literally cry.
Is that
And
because you hit them in the xiphoid thing, or is
no,
it?
no, not that, not that. No, I don't hit. We don't hit. We don't hit. No, no, we don't do that.
Kill, kill, kill,
We'll be in
kill, kill.
trouble. We'll be in trouble if we do that.
Robert said, "Oh, nothing, nothing personal, but you could just take them out just by." Okay, I'm sorry, sorry, but okay, your students cry, and
Yeah, my students will cry, and
yeah,
that was very surprising for me, because I'm like, what did I do? And
wow,
it's the combination, because in DKB what we do, we throw punches, but we use a lot of visualization. right? Because
Mm.
one thing is just throwing punches on the air and you don't know what you're hitting. But another thing is actually throwing punches on the air and visualizing that you're doing it, as well
So,
as you're exerting that chi energy with that. And we scream a lot to focus
yeah,
and, and direct that energy. And that scream, causes a lot of internal neurological changes in that person's vibration. And next thing, I have them just crying, which it was pretty interesting for me to see that.
yeah, because you got somebody here, Janny Garcia. She's I don't know if you know, she's probably one of yours. She says that it really hurts.
Hi, Jenny. She's from Mexico. She's from Chimalhuacan, Mexico. We had
Oh,
an amazing masterclass. She's an amazing human being. She took us
wow.
there, and
Oh,
Jenny, remember towards the end of the masterclass, I had my instructors up on stage. Everybody cried. Everyone cried.
really?
Yes. They were like, "Oh my God, Angie, you just don't know." And they're like, "Thank you so much." And everybody's bawling. I've never experienced that before. And I'm just like, wow, it was like a awakening for me to see that.
Robert, hey Robert, did you teach her that, or did she make you cry, brother? Did
I
she?
cry every day. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. So okay, so Ed, that's a wow, that's an amazing. What can I ask you? Um, what do you think is the reason for your success?
Consistencia.
Yeah, it seems as if though what's happening is, when you say a spiritual awakening, we have I don't know, it's the human race is what it is. I don't look at colors or anything like that.
Correct.
But I do know that we all were created by God, and we're all wonderfully and beautifully made with his hands. And I think that you're functioning when I hear you, that DKB is actually you're operating in your gift, your desire to dance and your desire to inspire women. God gave you that talent for free. It's kind of amazing. Segue, but the certification is not for free, y'all. So don't get it
No.
twisted. So anyway, but I just, but the whole thing, that all jokes aside, it's like it kind of it makes me want to kind of understand, because I in my business, I could actually, when I talk to people sometimes, they're always crying, and I'm not doing DKB, but I'm talking about uh, their personal whatever they're going through, because being in this business, as you know, we touch people's heart. But I think the most important thing is to put the focus where it should be, because God loves us, and I think that DKB is a form of His love to people. Sometimes, like I remember back in the day, like I always go back to Jack LaLanne, because I had the awesome opportunity to meet his wife, and I sit and talk to her, and Lala says, "Oh my God, if he was alive today," because Jack LaLanne was the pioneer. You talk about prejudice and everything. I mean, he would show up on TV with a one piece on. I mean, back in the 40s. I don't go back that far, but as I grew, I remember this man. And he made such an impact. And I think that those who are out there listening, DKB is actually you can hear it from the founder herself, and she has her husband, that this system is truly wrapped in love. Love for you, your life, and everything. So, man, so hey, I'm not finished with you yet, but hey, this is for Robert. Robert, you ready for this one?
Please, yes, yes.
How how are you able to support such a dynamic woman, man?
Well,
Does she get intimidating?
I think I get intimidated. Uh,
Hey, you gave her the weapon and the bullets, man. So
well, it was, since I met my wife, I knew right there. I mean, I call her an angel since I met her.
yeah,
But I knew she was gifted. She had a gift, and she had through her focus and desire, burning desire, she's able to achieve every level that she sets forth. And it's
Yeah.
interesting to watch her because she's really good at it. And I think you mentioned or you asked earlier, DKB and the success. uh, she bonds with people very well, and she genuinely cares and loves. So therefore, people feel it. They can tell who's a fake, who's not, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when they work, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Angie doesn't look like she takes compliments too well. Hey, which is normal for all great people, by the way, audience. Okay, go ahead, Robert.
Well, so the gift that she has combined with the professionalism that she's developed over time, drawing from the not just the dancing background, which is very strong with her,
Yeah,
professional and from the childhood, but
yeah,
also having the hearing for music and beat and being
yeah.
able to put this all together and the martial arts. I mean, it's just a phenomenal. I mean, I don't want to call her Bruce Lee, but with Bruce Lee, if you look at it, there were certain aspects that came together,
Yeah.
I
right?
see.
You
Yeah,
know,
we
and
could call her Angie E. That's
there
that's
we
that's
go.
kind
I
of
like that. I like that.
yeah. Hey,
So,
you got Maggie, Robert, and Angie. We love you. They are amazing. The best team. The
Oh,
best
thank you.
inspiration you can learn. Actually, kisses and hugs. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Maggie. Yes, Maggie is actually one of our DKB fit technicians. She's
Ah,
in Mexico. Every
wow.
kisses to
Shout out to
everybody.
Mexico.
A
Shout
todos
out
en
to Mexico.
México. Los queremos mucho. We love everybody. Oh, I see. Wow. Saludos desde Peru. Thank you so much, Madeline. She's an amazing. I love Madeline. I met her when I went to Peru.
Yeah.
Saludos a todos allá en Peru. Kisses and hugs to everybody to Peru and Mexico, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Muchas gracias por apoyarnos cada día, cada minuto, cada segundo. Thank you so much. I feel very blessed en tenerlos en mi vida, to have you guys in my life. Did you understand that, Tony?
Yeah. I was just gonna go. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So going back to it, when you do DKB, what do you feel? What's your mindset? I mean, how do you prepare? I guess that's a threefold question, but
Right,
you
right.
know, when I watch you, you got so much energy. I mean, it's like I wonder where does this girl get this from? It's like, Robert, you got anything to do with that, my brother?
well, I think it's the reversal. I mean, she
Hey,
inspires me.
Angie. And you see, I'm giving him an opportunity, right? And every time I gave him an opportunity, he just builds you right up, man. Isn't that awesome? That is so awesome. So, okay, now, Angie, go ahead. And I want to hear this. What fires you? How do you prepare?
It's really funny. It's very funny because when people meet me in person, I'm like,
Mhm.
"Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming." Blah blah blah. Right? And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like hugging everybody. I'm right on stage, and my instructors will tell you the music starts, and I'm like, "Wah! Let's go!" Like it's like a huge transformation. And the ones that don't know me, like you,
Yeah,
their faces, they're like they were not expecting that. It's that energy that just comes out, and you feel
yeah,
it. I mean, you feel it because, here I am. I'm very soft spoken.
yeah,
I'm not pushy or anything like that. But then I get on that stage and it's on. Like
yeah,
working out for DKB, it's
yeah.
different. Like it's on. You can, and I always tell them, we don't blend in personal from professional. You know, and
Right,
um, and my instructors, they know that once we are on stage, like I need to see their inner strength come out. I don't want to see superficial. you know
right,
I
right.
want to see a difference. I want to see
Yeah,
what is it that they can show me, that they have acquired from this program. Because
right,
if they're not changing internally, then why doing it?
right,
It's a program with purpose. See what I'm
right.
saying? and
Yes.
and if I don't see that change, I'm like, then why should I do it then?
So there's that program with purpose.
Yeah,
Girl, you got so many T-shirts out there, man. I'm just thinking. But when you say program with purpose, how do you compare that? Going back to the topic of the show today, how do you compare that to? Because I know you've been in the business for some time,
right.
and maybe Robert can help you on this one as well. This is a big question. How do you compare it to other types? Say, because we're always challenging each other. And unfortunately, in our business, there's a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, pride, arrogance, a lot in our business. But when you look at everything, the main objective, the main purpose of DKB is
To bring out how they originally were.
you talk about taking the person. So it's like because life makes us really bad. I mean, it
Correct.
depends on where you're from. So
Correct.
by the time they meet you, I'm just trying to explain, see if I understand you. By the time they meet you, whatever problems that they're facing right there stops, and then you take them back to the beginning when they were happy, you know, when they were pure, and
When they believed in themselves, when they knew that they
ah,
knew that they could do it, they knew
so
that nothing is impossible, and because of experiences of life that happens to all of us, somehow we let that fear come in, and then it usually transforms us to a person that we originally are not.
DKB in and of its sense is s- not self, I'm talking to self, not self-preservation. What it is, I think, listening to you, DKB, what makes it so different than other forms is that DKB, I think, simply put, cares. And I think that fear, I used to say this to people all the time, is false evidence appearing real. When they meet DKB, when they meet Angie E, what happens is that false evidence appearing real, which is the acronym for fear that I kind of learned many years ago, actually begins to diminish with every class. First starting with the certification, and then going into morphing into that person that they always wanted to be. Did I kind of get
Yes,
it a little bit?
the way I see it is like I help them gradually, little by little, to eventually reach their self actualization in all
So
aspects of life.
all those moves, you Robert combining his martial arts skills, you combining your professional dance background. Actually, it's a system with purpose. Actually, it's not. That's when you say purpose, that means you're no longer doing or having fun or whatever. You're actually getting fit mentally, physically, and spiritually. So if somebody wants to take your money, uh, uh-oh. That's like crazy, watching somebody on video dance and beat them up at the same time.
And we're screaming, and we're screaming as well. We're screaming as well. We're dancing, we're punching. It's
Wow.
that combination that, just punches, especially for women, it creates
Yeah. Yes. You didn't know that was coming, did you, Angie?
No, you guys caught me by surprise.
Ah! you think you think we just a special shout out to Ariel Shaw. She's the production manager. She's actually handling
Thank you,
everything
Ariel.
as we are doing. She's absolutely amazing. You look at that, Angie. Boy, they love you. So now all my questions are answered. I get it, especially when you show that
Hi,
that
Ale.
strike. Oh my good, Robert,
We have
man,
we have
this is
I
really
see
cool.
Ale. I
So
see
I can
Ale.
see. Yeah, I see it. So
Ale,
now I
she's
can
in Belgium.
Belgium.
Yep.
Wow.
It's one of my instructors in Belgium. And
Wow.
thank you guys. Everybody's coming on the show.
Hey, so they must have just got up or they're going to sleep or whatever the case might be. Who knows? Yeah, but hey, I'm in Las Vegas and they're in Florida. Hey, wow. So I'm boy. So okay. So let me get this right. I'm watching everything, and you got to separate it in parts. This is for your instructors to kind of understand how to do the choreo.
Correct.
Now with Robert, these movements that you did are so you do them so, which is when I first met you. I don't know, it was some years ago. Uh, you were always traditional. In other words, when we talk about how to compare, you can't really compare because every movement, as you can see on the video, was actually precision. It wasn't made up or changed or modified. When you did those moves in respects to martial arts, because I'm a martial artist myself, I could see literally the two worlds combining as one unit. I can literally see that. And not only are they getting the confidence to be able to defend themselves, but they're getting fit. And with the dance, they become flexible. And then with the yelling, which we learn that all the time, huh, Robert? Said, ah, by the time, you know, that yelling really matters. It takes people out of their comfort zone or whatever. But I can now understand it, and I hope the audience can understand it. Please share, comment, subscribe to the channel so that you can stay on point with the Ageless Live shows. Angie, so where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, Angie? Angie E. I know Robert has prepared you. I mean, you and Robert, you don't even have to say it. I mean, we can see it. I can see it in DKB. DKB, to me, this is just to me. If I could express it in one word, it would be family, because it seems as if though the real true essence of a family is within that system. So I can see your love, Angie, not only for what you did or do now, being the founder of an amazing system, but I can see your love for your family in the system. This is probably one of the reasons people cry, because they may not have that love that you have. And so that love that you have, that God put into your heart, for your family, just radiates to men and women, not just women. So I think for me, when you talk about women's empowerment, I would just literally, I would say to all women out there that you are powerful, but also at the same time, I think Robert, when I watched your system, I didn't see a lot of Robert, but I did see a lot of Robert. But I didn't see a lot of Angie, but I did see a lot of Angie, meaning that it was such a balance. It wasn't Robert overshadowing DKB. It was Robert literally just being the support, the love for. It's his heart. I can see his heart, but I can see the sun shining off of you when I watch you train. So it wasn't separate. You know how couples, they get together, one is dominant over the other one. But I think Robert's got the ticket, because when I look at it, I see a powerful Angie E, a confident one, an inspired one, you know, on her own, and her husband just plugged in. You know what I mean? It's like, most men don't want to do that. They just, and then you're not free to flourish. But I'm sorry I'm long-winded, but this is really just watching it, again, like actually inspired me, to really respect and honor people in their own lanes. And audience, I want to tell you that this is just more than just talking to Angie and Robert. This is actually, we're going to be working together. And I just wanted to say that my goal here, as she blessed me, her and Robert blessed me to be on the show today, is to be of support to her and her vision. And I want to encourage everybody to stick with her. I mean, there's some big things going. You want to talk about it, Angie? You want to talk about next year and
Absolutely. Yes.
DKB? Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead. I'm ready.
absolutely. Okay, guys. So I guess this is the bomb of the day, right?
And you can speak in your language too if you like. It's okay because
Okay,
some of
perfect,
them don't speak.
perfect. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be it's an honor and it's such a blessing to be working with Tony Hill. Es un honor y es realmente algo maravilloso trabajar con un experto en fitness que es Tony Hill y estamos creando como un conjunto de equipo. We created a joint venture with Touche Fitness by Tony. And next year vamos a empezar con nuestra primera convención de fitness, the DKB Fit Global Convention by Touche Fitness. Y vamos a hacer nuestra primera convención aquí en Miami en el 2024. Nos estamos preparando bien duro. We are working really hard on it as we speak. And
Yeah.
we are very excited. We're extremely excited. It's a dream come true. Es un sueño hecho realidad que no me lo esperaba. And with the support of Tony. Thank you so much, Tony. Muchas
Thank you,
gracias, Tony.
Thank you.
Oh, it's an honor because the audience out there. Uh-oh, look at Maggie go. Oh, okay. Pass the word, Maggie. Get it out there, Janie, Madeline. Get it out there, y'all. Your queen is getting ready to blow up. But my I had no reserves with working with her. I think that everything happens in God's own time, and Robert and I, we really, it's like, I've been knowing that brother, it's beautiful because when you love God and when you have a brother in Christ, things things are really, and I just want you guys to say that you hear me say about God and Jesus and Christ and things like that. You got to understand something. In reality, for me, it is and I want to take a moment to kind of honor you both. For me, it's like a very important thing to give glory where glory is due. I've been doing this over 40 years, and uh, I've never met. I can count on one hand. I've met people like Robert and Angie, and it's really a blessing. And I think, and when I first met him, I really wanted to work with him, but it took some years to kind of formulate. And I'm glad because nobody knows better than what God. So you'll hear me say that, but I want you to understand that it's not from a religious standpoint or anything like that. It's just the reality because we didn't create ourselves. So DKB, Touche. We're going to do some really awesome things next year. Uh, Again, I want you to understand what my focus is, and especially all of Angie's beautiful, beautiful people who actually have supported her. My goal is that DKB takes over the world. It's time for a Latina. There's time for a woman to literally, I mean, the last woman we had was Jane Fonda. I mean, and I think that truly the mantle is passed to NGE. Uh, I mean, Hispanics, please, I know you're going to support her. Want to encourage all the Latin people all over the world and in the United States to support her because she, as you see, she has a really awesome vision, and you can see why, because I would say beside every good man is his woman. You know what I mean? I don't put her behind. You somebody behind every good man. No, nah, nah. You work as a team, and there's no I in team. And we're not gonna do no Kobe, God rest his soul. He says, yeah, but there is a me. but, but but that's not what we're talking about here. We're truly talking about a team. So, hey, Angie, is there anything else you'd like to share with your audience?
Yes, yes. If you're wondering, in our shirts, there's always, it's a DKB, but at the same time, we have, you were talking about family, right? And it
Yes.
is family. DKB is family. And we have actually our sello. How do you say sello? Like a print on
Okay.
all the
Press.
DK, yeah, our press.
Right.
If you can see here, there is this one right here. Let me see. As you can see that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the logo of our fitness academy. But
So
also,
where can we get the merchandise? Where can we get it?
right now we're ordering more shirts because people are asking for it.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is that that logo, it's the logo of our fitness academy. It's eFit USA LLC. It's a limited liability company, but at the same time, it's the Eliashevich family crest. It's
Wow.
right.
Okay. Hold up. Let me get it. Elias Shevitz. Because I almost said Manischewitz. You know, that's that little wine we you know you know what I'm talking about, right, Robert? That Manischewitz, man, that's that wine. Elia Shevitz?
Eliashevich.
Man, Elias Savich.
Hmm.
Like
Not
ceviche. You
Elias
mean
Savici.
ceviche.
That's his family crest?
Right. That is Robert's family crest.
Oh,
Yes.
you know I got to get one of those. You know I got to get one of those. So where can okay, so right now they're up for order. So if I wanted to order a shirt, if the audience wanted to order a shirt, how do they I tell you what. Uh I'm going to help you on this. You know, you guys can hear me because I have a store by which you can actually go to and they can buy your merchandise.
Okay.
And yeah, they can buy it and you don't have to worry about it. They ship it anywhere. You postage and everything they pay, and we could actually set that up for you.
Thank you,
So
Tony.
that way you can reach out. You can do hats and hoodies and tights and everything and not have to worry about an inventory. They handle it.
Nice, nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you guys heard me. So I'm a man of my word. And I don't want Robert to give me one of these here, you know. I don't want to mess with Robert. I see what he does, man. He does. So, hey, if anybody wants to contact or get certified with DKB, Angie, go to dancekickboxing.com. Angie is the instructor of the millennium. She is the co-founder of DKB. So go to dancekickboxing.com and please, and that's her IG right there. That you can contact her. She will be on the show again because we are working together, and I want her to be on here more so that she can have a platform, and both of us can work together to help you be the best you can ever be. Okay. So Angie and Robert, encouraging, not last words, but words for the future. What would you say to your fan base and your audience?
Like,
Don't give up. Continue. Love. It is all about love and family, really. Even in a martial arts where there's full contact and you're fighting, you still gotta maintain your heart. You gotta pump that battery because if the battery is empty, you cannot jumpstart someone else. Just love, family, and keep practicing over and over and over the right stuff.
Beautiful. You, Angie?
and I know life could be difficult at times, and sometimes we will fall, but that's the very moment that we have to gather the strength that we don't have and just take it from wherever and build yourself back up and then continue. And then you're going to fall again. And then you're going to do the same thing. But every time you get up, you're going to be stronger. And just
Wow.
continue. Just continue, guys. Don't give up. Seriously. Just continue. Always maintain your focus on where you want to go.
Yeah, they said, Maggie said, as always, your words give us that magical energy. Every DKB member become family. So this stuff is from her fan base and her instructors, and they showing her some real good love. So what I like to say in closing as well is our convention will be in the beautiful Miami, Florida. Is this where we're looking at? And the goal here for the convention is, for those people who have vision, for those people who have purpose and can't get on a bigger platform. Like, there's a lot of different, when you go to the fitness expo, things like that, there's a lot of stuff going on. The difference in this convention and any other convention, as you can see, NGE brings a lot to the table. And the inspiration just speaks volumes. I'm watching all of these people comment on her from all over the world. She is now in approximately 14 countries, and she has over 300 instructors, and it's just growing. This is in 2.5 years, y'all. So, what we're going to do, the convention is literally about reaching out and inspiring those. And we're doing something different. We're adding a business element, a practical business element. So, you're not only a DKB instructor, you also can go and have an amazing, thriving career and be an extension of Angie's vision and her purpose. And we're talking about franchising DKB, which is an
Absolutely.
amazing movement. So you might want to think about that. And as you know, we always care about you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Ageless Live Show. My name
Tony,
is Tony Hill. I'm the host. Angie,
I have one thing, guys. I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget.
go ahead.
Today is Mother's Day in
Oh,
Argentina.
okay. Oh,
And I want to, hoy día es el Día de las Madres en mi hermosa Argentina. And I want to congratulate all the working moms, especially the working DKB trainers in Argentina that are mommies. I know the economy is not going very well, but I see them working so hard every day with everything they have. Feliz Día de las Madres a todos nuestros instructores allá, en especial en Argentina, a todas las mamitas allá en Argentina. Sé que la economía no está muy bien ahorita, pero las veo trabajar con todo lo que tienen. Y for me is such an amazing feeling. Es un sentimiento tan bonito ver such powerful women, not letting themselves down, like working hard, because we live in the United States, Tony, but living in countries as such, Latin America, the lifestyle is completely different. The
yeah,
perspective is completely different. And for
yeah.
me to see that they're grabbing that strength from within and they're continuing every day is very rewarding. And I'm so proud of it. Estoy muy orgullosa de todas. Feliz Día de las Madres, Argentina hermosa. Les mando un besote de aquí desde Miami.
Wow. And with that, I have nothing else to say, Robert and Angie. Thank you so much. It's been an
Thank
honor
you,
Thank you,
Tony.
Tony.
talking to
Thank you
both
very
of
much.
you, and I look forward to business together. I know without a doubt we're going to be successful. And thanks so much. Blessings to you and your household and audience out there. Thank you for tuning in. Please share, subscribe, comment on the show. Go to touchefitness.com for more information. If you want to contact me directly, go to touche.exercise@gmail.com. And I look forward to speaking with you. Have a blessed day and happy Mother's Day to
Happy
Argentina.
Mother's Day,
Happy Mother's
Argentina.
Day.
Work them arms, work